Hello everybody, you're listening to Mark Ling, and I've got with me a couple of guys that are both making over $100,000 a month in profit. That's not revenue, that's profit per month, selling physical products on Amazon. The great thing about Amazon is they don't even have to stock their own products. Amazon does that part for them, so they don't actually have to wind up touching these products themselves and packaging them and all of that. They're basically being a middleman in a lot of ways, and they're going to be teaching you how to leverage the power of Amazon in just about any niche that you can think of on Amazon. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's just about taking a small chunk of that for yourself. So what they're going to be doing is they're going to be revealing the whole strategy behind what they do on this webinar, and then they're going to be taking a lot of live questions as well, so that you can really understand how to go about doing what they do. And on top of that, they're going to be talking about their own amazing selling machine course as well, for those of you that want the extra hand holding to make this happen. So without further ado though, I just want to welcome along Matt and Jason. Thanks for being here.
Thanks a lot for having us here. It's always an honor, and Matt, I'll let you say thanks too.
Yeah, thanks Mark, and thanks everyone for being here.
First of all, we just want to thank Mark again, like, so much for taking the time to be able to do this, and we totally understand. And yes, Mark, it was your fault, but I'll take responsibility too, because I should have mentioned to you that the daylight savings time. So we promise to make the content worthwhile. I promise that in the FAQ, you know, people are asking, like Peter, he's asked a question here. We're going to save all questions till the FAQ section at the end, where we answer questions, because we will not pull any punches. We're going to be blunt, honest with everyone. So I just want you to know. But I just want to let you know that me and Matt are really doing this business. I'm making, as of October 2012 to now, I'm making over $100,000 net a month. Matt's doing double that. Over the last year, Matt's business has tripled since sharing this with people and creating a community of other successful entrepreneurs that we're all working together. And this is just an amazing opportunity right now. And I can't speak highly enough about Matt when it comes to this stuff. The guy is an absolute genius when it comes to making money with Amazon. He's completely revolutionized how I do things. A lot of you might know of me. Some of you might not have a clue who I am. But I was big time into affiliate marketing. I've all but retired from that. Not for anything against affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is still extremely profitable. But for me right now, my focus is all on selling on Amazon. But as I said earlier, if you weren't on the call, if you have the skills to be able to be an affiliate marketer, such as marketing, getting traffic, all those kind of things, it's almost too easy to get into Amazon and start using those skills for you too. So I want you to please take a few minutes. Make sure you have no distractions. Listen to what Matt has, because this is it changed my life. It honestly has. I'm honored to be a part of this, and what you're going to learn here can absolutely be life-changing. And we've got amazing information for you. So without further ado, I'm just going to hand the mic over to Matt. I'm going to be here answering questions in the background, but just listen to what Matt has to say, and then if you have any questions, wait until the FAQ and we will answer them all. But I'm telling you guys, this was revolutionary to my life. It's changed everything, and I really think it could make a huge difference in your life too. But Matt, take it away.
Thank you very much, Jason, and once again, thank you, Mark, for having us, and thank you to everyone who is here. I truly honor your time, and I'm going to deliver to the best of my ability for you, so get ready. We're about to dive in. So in the next 60 minutes, we're going to open your eyes about the biggest opportunity on the internet. How big, you might be wondering? First off, here are my results literally from the beginning of this year, 2013, not even until the end of February, so a little less than 2 months. In those 2 months, $700,000 in sales. Now, I don't put this stuff up there to brag or anything like that. The only reason I show you this is because most people have no idea what's possible with this business model Jason and I are going to be sharing with you. And I have about a 50% profit margin, so it's a ton of money. But opportunities in this business model are all over the place, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. So Jason, as he sort of alluded to, he's only been doing this since October. Before October, he had literally never done this business model before, in any form even close to it. now, just in the past 2 months, the first 2 months of 2013, very, very recent, he sold over $355,000 worth of product, also at about a 50% profit margin. And that's, like I said, only after 4 months on Amazon. So this webinar is going to contain private information. This means it's stuff that has never been revealed before anywhere else, and strategies that are working right now. This isn't stuff that, worked a couple years ago and stopped working, and, I decided to come up here. Well, it's not working for me, so I'm going to start teaching people about it. Not the case whatsoever. Jason and I use this right now to grow and build our businesses. And going to give you a blueprint for you to build this business. The point of this webinar is not for me to get up here and talk a lot, or Jason to talk and that kind of thing. It's really to give you actionable information for you to go out there and do this exact same thing yourself. So you're going to want to stay tuned in. Like Mark said, we're going to have a live question and answer session at the end of the webinar. Ask whatever questions you want. You can start pumping them in there right now. Jason is an absolute expert in Amazon. He'll be able to answer a lot of them himself. But we may want to answer a good chunk of them publicly so everyone can hear, because a lot of you all will have the same questions. But go ahead and start pumping them in there now. We're going to have a live Q&A session at the end. And during the Q&A session, we're going to give away 6 Amazon gift cards. Another reason to stick around. So how to get maximum value out of this? Like Jason said, you're going to want to stop multitasking. If you're, if one obvious reason, because we're using GoToWebinar, if you do too much other stuff on the computer, you may not be able to hear very well. But go ahead and put away Skype, put away Facebook, put away Twitter, any of that kind of stuff that's distracting you right now, because for some reason, something Mark likely said in an email or something like that caught your attention and made you want to get on this webinar. So since you're here, give it everything you've got. Pay attention, take some notes, and I'm really going to try to deliver maximum value for you. Like I said, get ready to take some notes. And here's the Q&A panel. Go ahead and start pumping questions in there right now throughout the webinar, and we'll get to most of them at the end. Another thing you want to think about throughout this entire presentation and really get down right now is why you're here. Because most people are just not that familiar with the business model I'm about to show you. So you may not really realize what's possible with it. So just right now, think about why you're here. Do you want to replace a full-time income you have at a job maybe and have more freedom? You maybe just want the freedom. Do you want a business that can run on autopilot? Do you want to make a lot more money? Do you want to make a lot of money, period? Do you want to build wealth for your family, yourself? Think about what your main goal is. Write that down in your notes. Write it down if you're taking notes online. Either way, get that goal in your head, because that's going to help you laser target and pull the best information out of here. So a little bit about the agenda. Myth of digital product profit, why I shut down my online store, and why Jason quit affiliate marketing. Never before seen opportunity with Amazon. The only lucrative Amazon business has nothing to do with Kindle. The Amazon traffic loophole, 3 years of testing revealed, and the roadmap to becoming an Amazon millionaire. This didn't even used to be possible. So get ready to take notes. This is not stuff you'll find in a blog post, in an ebook, or at a conference. So big question to kick this off. Why did creating ebooks and digital products become so popular for online entrepreneurs in the first place? Automation and high profit, 2 good things, and that's the main reasons why. Big problem with this. You need traffic to sell digital products. Traffic costs money, and it's getting more and more expensive every year. That kind of eats up all those high margins you would get from selling digital products. Or, if you're not spending money on traffic, you're just going out there doing a ton of work, creating content and that sort of thing. It takes a lot of time. So there goes away your automation, your freedom. And there's no pre-existing demand. You're literally creating something out of thin air that nobody likely has even any interest for. Very different than what I'm about to share with you. So you might be thinking, okay, Matt, if it's not digital products, then what do I sell? You sell what drives the world's economy to the tune of about $1.2 trillion a year. Real physical products. But here's why most people don't sell real physical products and instead have opted for digital products in the past anyway. They don't know what product to sell. They don't know how to quickly find suppliers. They don't know how to get zero risk traffic. They don't know how high profit margins can be with physical products. They can actually be, if you use what I'm going to teach you in this webinar, 500% profit margins or higher with physical products. And they don't know how to build business selling physical products on complete autopilot. And a big reason why is people think selling physical products is too much work. Well, I really don't blame you for thinking that, because it actually used to be true. So here's the old model of selling physical products online. First off, you'd have to have your online store, your own e-commerce store. With that e-commerce store, you'd have to be doing order processing, site maintenance, programming, SEO, PPC, design, analytics, you name it. All this sort of stuff you'd have to do to run your own e-commerce store. Then, you have to have a way to actually ship products out to people. Then you have to have a warehouse, do inventory stocking, you have to pay rent, you have to manage shipping staff, do packaging, shipping, theft, all that sort of stuff. But the worst problem about all this is that you're just sitting there stuck in the middle of all this, having to do all of it yourself. So this is very different than the new model of selling physical products online. With the new model, all you really have to focus on is marketing and managing your inventory. That's literally it. And in the way you get everything else handled for you, selling the same exact products that you used to be able to sell, that you still can, but in complete automation, is you get Amazon to do everything else for you. Warehouse rent, shipping, site maintenance, packaging. They buy unlimited PPC. They're obviously extremely valuable in terms of SEO, comparison shopping engines, order processing, analytics. They handle all the fraud, returns, all that sort of stuff for you, while you only have to focus on marketing and making sure your products stay in stock. Never before have entrepreneurs been able to start and run physical product selling businesses with such limited resources, yet such incredible scalability. Amazon did $61 billion in revenue last year, a large part of it coming from people like you and I selling products on their site. They have massive infrastructure and resources they let you leverage for very low cost, actually cheaper than you can get it just about anywhere else. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. So here's why I shut down my online store. I started selling physical products online about 4 years ago with my own e-commerce store. I ramped up that business to about $2 million online in only 2 years. That sounds nice, it sounds cool, it's pretty fast growth. I was pushing things really hard. Only problem is there was no profit. But I was eventually able to turn it around and make a little bit of money out of it. But there was a much bigger opportunity I discovered along the way on Amazon. Amazon has over 200 million credit cards on file, and they absolutely own online retail. They're actually bigger than their next 5 online competitors combined, including Walmart.com. Once you know what you're doing, you can double an online business selling on Amazon in one day. I've done this, Jason's done this, it's pretty insane. Potentially making an extra $100 to $1,000 profit per day, literally overnight. Try that with your mom and pop e-commerce website. Remember, that's my background. That's where I came from. I used to run my own e-commerce stores. At one point, I had 30 of them. All of that's gone because of what I'm about to share you. So what product do I sell on Amazon? That's probably a big question you're wondering. It's actually our number one question. Only problem is, it's not the right question to be asking. This question, what product do I sell on Amazon, leads people to spending hours searching on big sites like this. This site has over 1.5 million different products that you're supposed to, go sign up at a site with them, start digging through stuff and trying to figure out what to sell. So what's the right question to be asking? The question is, how do you find opportunities on Amazon? This question, asking the right question, allowed me to build a $350,000 a month business on Amazon. Allowed Jason to build a wildly successful business on Amazon in only 4 months, having never sold any sort of physical product before. Amazon tells you the best-selling products for all of its categories. An old marketing and old business rule is you don't go out there and try to reinvent the wheel. All you do is find something that's already working, something that's already selling, and do it a little bit better. That's all we're talking about here. To find good opportunities, just start looking through Amazon bestseller lists and apply the 2 basic criteria of a killer Amazon opportunity. The first criteria is the selling price. Ideally, you want the selling price to be between $7 and $40. So if you're hitting the Amazon bestseller ranks and you're looking for some product opportunities for stuff you want to sell, start looking for products that fall between $7 and $40. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. Second criteria is you don't want to just sell any products. You want to sell products that have private label potential, and I'll explain what that is and give some examples here in just a minute. So the price. So which price, you might be wondering. If you're looking through Amazon, they have 52 million different prices for each product. all I'm talking about is the selling price. So as you can see in these two examples, it's either $18.97 or $99.35. That's the price I'm talking about, the price the product's actually selling for. So why $7 to $40? As you can see below, the first one is about $19. The second one's about $100. So the second one does not fall within the range the first one does. So the reason this range is important and is a good filter for finding opportunities is because if the product's priced too high, then inventory can be too expensive to buy and to manage and all that sort of stuff. If the product price is too low, then shipping costs can eat up all of your margin. So the second criteria is private label potential. So remember, you're hitting the Amazon bestseller ranks, you're going to sell some physical products, you're trying to figure out which one you want to sell. You start looking down the list. You want to find ones that have high private label potential, and I'm going to explain exactly what that is. So can a similar product easily and inexpensively be labeled or packaged to make it your own? That's all I'm talking about. And I'm going to give a few examples, so I'll read this one more time. Can a similar product be easily and inexpensively labeled or packaged to make it your own? So which one of these, just think about this in your head, write it down on a piece of paper, or start typing it in the question and answer box. Which one of these has more private label potential? You're trying to figure out which one can be more easily labeled or packaged to make it your own, and it's inexpensive to do so. Well, the one on the left is a sleeping mask, basic cloth sleeping mask. The product on the right is a sleeping machine. Both of these, by the way, sell very well on Amazon. If you guess the one on the left, you're correct. It's a sleeping mask, it's lightweight, it's inexpensive, it's non-mechanical. So it's a very good product that you can literally just have a manufacturer put inside of a package, and all of a sudden you have your own products. You didn't invent anything, you didn't spend a bunch of money, any of that sort of stuff. You now have your own personal brand of sleeping mask. The product on the right, it's clunky, it's big, it's electronic, it's heavy, and not a good product for this. So which one of these has more private label potential? The product on the left is an iPhone case. The product on the right is an iPhone cell phone. Which one would it be easier to inexpensively package and make your own? Well, if you guess the one on the left, you're correct again. The reason is because it's an iPhone case. There's tons of suppliers who will go out there and who will package these things for you. They'll put your own labels on them. They do this stuff all day long. And it's lightweight, it's non-mechanical, so it's cheap to ship, and all that sort of stuff that makes it a good private label product. The product on the right, an iPhone cell phone, would be absolutely ridiculous. Apple spends millions and millions and millions of dollars researching and developing these phones. You're not going to be able to go out there and private label an equivalent one. So the last product example is which one of these has more private label potential. The product on the left, silicone spatulas, literally spatulas you would use in a kitchen, just kind of a special kind. The product on the right is a blender. Well, if you guess the product on the left, you're correct, because it's non-mechanical, it's lightweight, pretty inexpensive parts, good product for private labeling. If you put these three things, or had a supplier put these three things in a package, all of a sudden you would have your own brand that you could do a lot of cool things with. I'm going to show you on Amazon. Product on the right, blender, it's heavy, got a lot of parts, it's electronic, not a good product for it. The best way to find great products to sell is to look for products that meet these two criteria in Amazon's bestseller list. Then once you find one, it's time to choose a supplier. How to quickly find suppliers. A lot of people, if they're going out there looking for suppliers, especially if they haven't sold physical products before, they may think, oh crap, I need to go find a giant directory of suppliers. How do I look through the directories? Maybe I need to go to a conference with all kinds of suppliers, a trade show. You don't need to do any of that these days. All you need is 3 simple Google searches. First one, you type in the product name, private label, literally in the Google search bar. Second one, product name, wholesale. Third search is product name, supplier. And I'm going to give you an example. So remember that product I chose? It was the silicone spatulas. So, I'm not a big cook. You may not be either. So you may be like, who cares about this product? It's just something. It's not a big deal. Interesting thing is, when I pulled this example, it's probably moved around a little bit since then. But when I pulled this example, this product was number 29 in all of kitchen and dining. Kitchen and dining is a massive category. This is probably selling this little set of silicone spatulas, inexpensive thing, great product you could create your own of. Simple thing was selling probably about 500 units a day at the time. Absolutely insane. There's opportunities like that all over the place on Amazon. So all I did, go over to Google, search for silicone spatula wholesale to find a supplier, over 4.4 million results. plenty of suppliers out there. Did a silicone spatula wholesale search query with quotes around it, meaning that that keyword phrase needs to be on the website just to narrow it down a little bit, still over 300,000 results. There are so many suppliers out there, and you can pretty much find all of them just by doing simple Google searches. So another question is that you're like, okay, you know, if it's easy to find, if it's this easy to find a product opportunity, and if it's easy to find a supplier, and there's so many suppliers, why don't these suppliers or Amazon just sell these products themselves? That's not their business model. They're happily only dealing with a few clients. A lot of these suppliers are, their entire business model is taking raw ingredients, turning them into finished products, and then selling those finished products to people like you and I who sell them retail. They have enough trouble trying to keep their own business in order without trying to figure out all the retail selling like, you know, like we're learning here about Amazon. So they're happily only dealing with a few clients who handle everything else. And selling retail, like I said, is not their expertise. That's not what they know how to do, especially selling online. So your own unique product brand, way easier than you think, but this is where the biggest money is. You don't have to invent anything. Jason and I have never invented anything. You don't have to create a product. Jason and I have never created any sort of product. We don't know how to do that stuff. We don't have patents, none of that sort of stuff. You do not need to do any of that. All you're doing is just giving people what they already want. In Amazon's case, you can easily find out what people already want because it's in order of what people are buying. All you have to do is, once you find your product opportunity that meets those two criteria, the price and the private label potential, and you find a supplier, then all you have to do is send the supplier your label design for the product or packaging design. Most of the time, the supplier will actually do all this for you. But if they say, okay, here's the design specs, it's literally how to create the Photoshop file for it, all you literally have to do is go over to a site like elance.com, it's the one I prefer, over 100,000 different designers that can do this for you. And it only costs about 30 to 40 bucks. All you do, I mean, I don't know how to do any of this sort of stuff that they'd be doing. All we literally have to do is you send them whatever the supplier sends you, the designer sends you back the thing, and all you do is send that Photoshop file over to the supplier. Then, bam, that's it. That's all that really matters, and all you have to do to create your own product brand. So what if I don't live in the USA? This works no matter where you live in the world, including affiliate-restricted USA states, which does not apply to this business model. Jason is not even from the USA. He's actually from Canada. One of our top students is from Australia. And we've helped other people in countries such as France, Germany, UK, New Zealand, Brazil, South Africa, you name it. It doesn't matter where you are. No matter where you are in the world, you never have to touch any inventory. If I sound a little muffled or it's not very clear, it's because I'm at a hotel room in France right now. I've been in southern France for the past 3 months living here with my wife. I'm going back to Texas, the USA, next week. But, you know, that's why, because I never have to touch any inventory. If you do this, it took a little while to figure this sort of system out, but you never have to touch any inventory, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Part of it is because you use a program called Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA. So what Amazon FBA is, I'll just call it FBA from now on. So what FBA is Amazon has a network of fulfillment warehouses where you can have products sent directly to them from your supplier. Then when orders come into your Amazon Seller Central account where you're selling your products, then Amazon will automatically process those orders through the fulfillment center. It's literally hands-off. You don't have to do anything. Once you set these two things up, you set up your Seller Central account, and then you're automatically enrolled in FBA. I mean, it's just there for you. It's just something you have to use. You don't have to pay anything extra for it. So then all you do is those orders will automatically get processed. Amazon will handle 99% of your customer service. They'll handle any refunds, chargebacks, any of that kind of stuff. And then all you have to do is make sure you don't run out of inventory. And when you get low, or when you do run out of inventory because you're doing some really cool marketing stuff I'm going to show you, then all you have to do is reorder, have the supplier send more stuff to Amazon. The reason you want to use it, the main reason, is automation. This is, in my opinion, the best way to run a physical product business on complete autopilot. Because all you have to do is have a supplier send some inventory to Amazon. All your traffic comes from Amazon. All those orders get automatically processed through FBA, and that's literally it. The main reason is automation, but you also get some promotional boosts inside of Amazon. You rank better for keywords and categories if you use FBA. Cost is extremely low. I've priced all this stuff out. I used to do fulfillment every way you can think of. I've done it myself. I've done it using a third-party fulfillment company. Amazon FBA is cheaper than all of them because they have such massive scale that they pretty much give you their cost. And they charge you a very tiny fulfillment fee, but even that combined with their discounted shipping rate is generally going to be cheaper than you can do it any other way. But, some of you already may have an e-commerce store, or maybe you're already selling on Amazon or selling anywhere else, and you already have a way to ship products. You don't have to use FBA. I highly recommend that you do, but you can ship products out however you want. And it also works, like I said, if you're not in the USA. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can use FBA, because all you do is have a supplier, send some inventory to Amazon, and Amazon takes care of everything else. So here's the Amazon traffic loophole. How would you find an electric kitchen knife on Amazon? You're literally a consumer, you're wanting to buy an electric kitchen knife, so you're going over to Amazon because you want to have one shipped to you. How would you find it on Amazon? Would you look through categories? Because if you're going to look through categories, here's the categories you'd have to click on to get down to electric kitchen knife. You'd have to go to home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, kitchen, knives, and cutlery accessories, and finally get to the electric knives category. Is that how you find this product? Not likely. All you would do is go to the Amazon search bar and type in electric kitchen knife. That's literally it, because it's a heck of a lot easier. You would just see what pops up and buy whatever you think makes sense, whatever stands out the most. So what's an incredibly lucrative thing to know right now as an entrepreneur? How to get ranked for keywords, how to get ranked for any keyword you want, and that's what I'm about to share with you. So here's how to get ranked for any keyword on the world's largest online retailer. This took 3 years to figure out. It gets you direct buyers on Amazon. Unlike Google, people are on Amazon to buy stuff. They're doing keyword searches because there's something they want to buy. On Google, looking for information, you can indirectly make sales. You're getting direct buyers from ranking for keywords on Amazon. This is easily worth millions of dollars in sales, knowing how to do what I'm about to share with you. And this, honestly, this one aspect of promotion is really the reason why Jason quit affiliate marketing and the reason why I shut down my online store. But, before I tell you that, do you want to know the question that we get all the time that I'm not a huge fan of, would almost even say that I hate the question? Hey, Matt, if you're doing so well on Amazon, why are you so open and willing to share your strategies? The only reason I don't like this question is because it implies that I'm either not being honest about the opportunity or my results. But, in all honesty, I can't blame people for thinking this kind of thing because there's been so much junk hawked out there that, it's tough to know what to believe. There's literally no way Jason and I can show you our results any more than we already do without jeopardizing our businesses. But trust me, this opportunity is very, very real and is ready for you right now. So here's the answer to why I share this information. Here it is. So I started sharing this sort of information about a year ago. Because of this, because I put myself out there, met a lot of successful people, including Jason and including, Mark letting us come in front of you right now. That's all because of putting my face out there, putting this information out there, and giving to people. And because of this also, I was able to meet a lot of people doing extremely well on Amazon. Some of them actually ended up doing even better than myself, which is awesome. So we just formed a private mastermind, and my learning of how to do this business right absolutely skyrocketed because of that private group of people that were just dominating on Amazon and sharing everything that works. And if you want the biggest proof that sharing this sort of information works, like Jason said at the beginning, my Amazon business tripled this year. I don't think it's a big coincidence because it's right after I started just giving some of this information away to people like you. I mean, it really works. I'm able to meet so many incredible people. So how to get ranked for any keyword on Amazon? First, you got to make your product convert really well. Second, you want to quickly build reviews and keep building them. Third, you want to get sales through your target keyword. And I'm going to teach you how to do each one of these things right now. So first, the highest conversion rate wins. Amazon wants to make money. They make money when you make money, but only when your product visitors convert to buyers. So what this means is that Amazon, the only time they really get paid anything, there's a tiny little fee. It's like $39 a month that you pay whenever you set up your Seller Central account. You actually even get the first month free. But past that, the only time they get any money from you is whenever your product actually sells, because they take a percentage, generally about 15%, they take a percentage of your sales. So they want you to sell more stuff. But obviously the only time they can get you to sell anything is whenever people looking at your product convert to buyers. This is why having a higher conversion rate for your product on Amazon is going to help your product rank higher for keywords and categories. So here are the 3 things you need to make your product convert better. First off, the product title. You want to make sure that good keywords that you're targeting are included in your product title. Now, a little bit of a secret is that right now, can't say this strategy is going to work forever, but right now, you can almost stuff keywords in your product title. It sounds weird. Yeah, you used to be able to deal with Google, et cetera, but this actually works right now on Amazon. But there's kind of a caveat, because it's not just something hidden back in an algorithm that, search engine spiders are reading, and that kind of stuff. It's real consumers clicking on your product title, so it still needs to be written like sales copy, but you can do a lot more with keywords than the example I'm going to show you. Second thing to make your product convert better is images. You want high quality, high catching images. The most important thing, obviously, that they sell your product well, but that they stand out among your competitors. Third thing is your description. Most people that sell on Amazon simply throw their product up there or feed them from their e-commerce store and have just bland manufacturer descriptions talking about the features of the product. You want your product to convert better than any other product. So take those few thousand characters you have in your description, write it like a sales letter. Your product's going to convert better than any of your competitors. You're going to start rising up in rankings on Amazon. So here's an example of a product detail page. So as you can see, there's the title. First off, this product is a horse head mask, literally a mask you would put on top of your head to look like a horse. So there's the title, Accoutrement Horse Head Mask. Now remember the 2 things I said you want in your title. You want lots of good keywords, and you also want your title to really sell, to be written like, a nice little headline. Well, think to yourself right now, Accoutrement Horse Head Mask, is that really all they could have done with their title? Could they have done a little bit more in terms of keywords? Could they have done more in terms of really making people want to click on that? I mean, the obvious answer is yes. There's a lot they could have done there. So then as far as images, I think they have some fantastic images. The big brown horse head thing, that's their main image. It stands out. It contrasts well with the background. It's very high quality. It's a big image. But then they also have some really cool alternative images. The first one is a guy with the guy scuba diving with the horse head mask on, really stands out. Second one is a person in Las Vegas with a horse head mask on. So they've done some really cool things with the images, so I'll give that to them. The third thing, remember, is the description. Remember I said you want to write it like a sales copy, and that you have a few thousand characters to really sell somebody looking at this product on buying your product. Here's their entire description. Fits most adult heads bagged with illustrated tags. I mean, they did extremely poor with the description. They could have done a lot more and could potentially be selling as much as 50 to 100% more than they are right now just because of that. So is this just a ridiculous example? I mean, it's probably not a product you especially would have never thought of selling or anything like that. Well, when I ran this and when I took these screenshots, this product was #1 in toys and games, and it's been there, and it's been in the top 100 for 338 days. At #1 in toys and games, it's likely selling 1,000 to 3,000 units a day at $25 each. That means it's doing about $25,000 to $75,000 in sales every single day. And I bet they have a 50 to a 70% profit margin. Remember, those numbers are every single day. It's absolutely insane. I mean, this obviously does not mean we should all go out and sort of try to sell horse head masks. Doesn't mean it's a bad idea, but that's not what I'm getting at here. What I'm getting at here is that there's some insane volume for products you would never have thought about on Amazon, just because they absolutely dominate online. I mean, they have everyone's credit cards on file, so when somebody wants to buy something these days, they just go to Amazon. Now you can get in front of those people. So then the second thing you want to do is reviews every day, or acronym RED, R-E-D. This is the second thing you want to do to get ranked for keywords. Reviews are incredibly important, mainly for social proof, for a higher conversion rate. So when someone sees your product and it has a lot of reviews, they're a lot more likely to buy it. And here's another cool benefit. You know how you've likely done, maybe you've done some affiliate marketing yourself, learned how to do SEO, all this kind of stuff. Now you can get a lot of other people doing that stuff for you. Because when your product ranks better than other products in your category on Amazon and has a lot of reviews, Affiliates who are part of the Amazon Associates program will see that, and they'll go out there and they'll start promoting your product. Your product starts getting all kinds of sales that you didn't have to do any work for. And if you want to know the easiest and best way to get your first 3 reviews, it's super simple. All you do is send 3 units of your product to friends, family members. Just give the product to them. It's not going to cost you very much money, and it's a completely legitimate way to get 3 reviews. You say, hey, I'm giving this product to you. I'm not asking you to write a 5-star review. Just go write a review, unbiased review on Amazon. Of course, they're going to be positive reviews, but that'll get you that good initial social proof. Then you want to systematically follow up with customers after they purchase so that you can be building reviews 100 to 200% faster than any of your competitors, because all of them are not doing that. They're simply letting orders come through. If somebody sends a customer message, they respond to it, but they're not actually providing that extra customer service, which, by the way, can be completely outsourced. And so they're not getting those extra reviews you're getting by just saying, hey, did you receive your product? Did you like your product? By the way, would you mind writing a product review of it? Here's a link on Amazon to the product that you already purchased. Literally that simple. There's nothing shady about it. You're not buying reviews, not doing any of that kind of stuff, but nobody else is doing that kind of thing. So why 3 initial reviews are critical? Because exactly 3 show up on an Amazon product detail page. All the rest are pushed to the sidebar. So here's the 3 reviews. I think this is actually the horsehead mask example. All I did was scroll down, and you can see that there's 3 reviews showing on the screen. You just want to make sure to start out that you have the good social proof of having those 3 review spots filled up. That's all you're doing to start out with. Then the third and arguably most important thing, but you want to have those other 2 in place first, is to get sales through your target keyword. Remember, this is all about ranking for whatever keyword you want on Amazon. Honestly, this will work for any keyword you want. You may have to scale it up a little bit if you want to rank for a more competitive keyword, but this sort of thing is the most powerful thing I've ever seen in online marketing. After you have a killer product detail page, remember you've optimized the title, the images, and the description, and at least 3 reviews plus an ongoing review system, you're going to want to start getting sales through the keyword that you want to rank for. So here's an example. So what would you do if you wanted to get ranked for electric kitchen knife on Amazon? If you want to be the number one product spot for the keyword electric kitchen knife. I mean, think of what that might mean in terms of dollars. Tons and tons of people are buying that kind of product and millions of other products on Amazon. If you wanted to be the number one product whenever somebody searched for that keyword on Amazon, what would you do? First, you get people to first search for electric kitchen knife. This is your promotional steps. Get people to first search for electric kitchen knife, then buy your product, even if they have to dig 4 or 5 pages deep. So here are 2 ways to make that happen. First, just give people a big coupon code. For example, they can get your product for $1 on one day, and ask them to search for the keyword first, rather than just giving them a direct link to the product. Because whenever you start selling products on Amazon, you could just go to grab the product link, give it to people. Don't do that. Make them search for the keyword first. For example, I know a couple guys that recently launched a sea salt product on Amazon, literally sea salt, like you'd buy in a grocery store. What they did, which is actually a very, very good idea, what they did was they created a Facebook event page, and they just told all their friends and family members on Facebook and everywhere else, hey, we're trying to launch this product on this date. Will you please go buy this product on this date? You can get it for $1. Literally, they gave them a coupon, but it only works on that one day for $1. So what happened is they got about 50 or maybe even 100 sales on that one day because of that coupon code. And they all made those people search for the keyword first, then that made them rank for their target keyword literally like clockwork. Literally, I think it was 3 or 4 days later, they started ranking for that keyword, number 1 for that keyword. That's how effective this is. Now, something to think about here is that you may be thinking, I don't feel like spending all that money. I don't have to buy this product. It's probably going to cost more than $1. I don't want to give it to 50 or 100 people for $1. That's not what these guys did either. They said, you can get this product for $1, but what they did is they ended up charging about $6 in shipping. So they actually broke even on getting their product ranked number 1 on Amazon. The second way to get people to buy through the target keyword is to use any traffic source, whether it be a Kindle book, an existing email list, whether it could be Facebook traffic, any other sort of social media, whether you have a blog, any sort of traffic. Whenever you do that, don't just do a direct link to your product. First, you're going to want to get the right link. You're going to want to search for your product on Amazon, click on your product, and once you're on your product page, you'll notice that it has this keyword parameter in here. For example, I search for a product and see how in the keyword parameter in the little graphic it says keywords equal electric kitchen knife. This will also, driving people to this to buy your product from any traffic source, will also help your product rank for that keyword. So summary of getting ranked for any keyword you want on Amazon. Make your product convert really well. Quickly build reviews and keep building them. Get sales through your target keyword. There has never been such a lucrative and scalable opportunity to build a real business so quickly as there is right now with this business model. The best part is that anybody can do this. Up until 4 months ago, Jason had never sold his own physical products before. He had never sold on Amazon before. Now he's making $100,000 per month in profit selling real products, a business that Google cannot take away with an algorithm update. You can get up and running with this business very fast. Amazon pays you every 14 days, starting only 14 days after you sign up. Question you might be wondering, won't all the opportunities on Amazon be taken up? Good question, but Amazon does $61 billion a year in revenue, has over 1 million products, and has over 30,000 different markets or niches. None of us are even beginning to saturate or even scratch the surface of the massive opportunities on Amazon right now. Here's another question. But Matt, can I really do this? Absolutely. You don't need a website. You don't need to know how to do SEO, PPC, affiliate marketing, or anything else. All your sales and traffic will come from Amazon itself. This is truly a self-contained business model, the most insanely profitable business Jason and I have ever seen. So here's how to make $70,000 a year in income with this business on autopilot. So remember I showed you our results at the beginning. I'm doing about $350,000 a month in sales at about a 50% profit margin. Jason's doing about $100,000 a month in profit right now after having only done this since October. So what I'm about to share with you, the numbers I'm about to show, are simply to make $70,000 a year in income. The reason I sort of picked that number is because a lot of people, the reason they get into this sort of thing is because they want to replace their existing income with something they love to do. So that's exactly what I'm going to try to do for you right now. So $70,000 a year in profit, meaning money in your pocket. I'm not talking about sales, I'm talking about actual profit. That's just $192 a day in profit. That's all you need to be making. All I did was take the 70 grand and divide it by the number of days in a year. Just double that, because if you're working at about a 50% profit margin after everything, that includes cost of goods sold, shipping, fulfillment, packaging, all that sort of stuff. 50% profit margin, that means you need to be doing about $384 in sales a day. You do $384 in sales a day, that's just 16 units sold per day at $25 each. So 16 units, $25 each is your selling price. That's it. That's $70,000 a year in income. So if you want to know the bestseller rank of a product selling 16 units per day on Amazon, and, it's going to depend on the category, but a product selling 16 units per day is at around a 3,000 bestseller rank on Amazon. If you want to know how many products there are that rank 3,000 or better in their category and thus sell 16 units or more a day, well, there are roughly 28 product categories. Now, I've included books, gift cards, Kindle, MP3s, magazines, software, because none of those make sense for this model. 28 product categories, which means there are approximately 84,000 different products on Amazon that can all make you an annual income of $70,000 a year. Some products make that much, $70,000 in profit in a week. You can completely automate the entire business by letting Amazon do all of the work for you and by using fulfillment by Amazon. Literally anyone with a computer, an internet connection, and the right training can be just as successful as Jason and I. We obviously can't promise you'll achieve our results or any results, but there are opportunities we see every single day just waiting for you. So I know you're fed up with short-term online marketing gimmicks that fall to pieces after a couple of months, leaving you completely empty-handed and starting back over again from scratch every single time. This is why, if you're serious about building a real business, we want to help you. We have put together a complete package of training, software, and more to help you out. This will save you hundreds of hours of your time and many thousands of dollars just trying to figure it all out on your own. We have put together what we call the Amazing Selling Machine Builder's Kit. This is a complete A to Z training, software, and support system for you to build this lucrative business. This is the exact same stuff Jason and I use to build our businesses every single day. The Amazing Selling Machine Builder's Kit includes 4 very powerful components that will help you start and build this business. Component 1 of 4 of the Builder's Kit is the 8-week web class, which actually starts on March 21st, 2013. The web class will cover 8 training modules. So the first module is all about account creation and fundamentals. And some of what you'll learn includes the only Amazon account you need for this business, how to get set up from anywhere in the world, the quick start method for non-USA members, the most lucrative Amazon business, top Amazon market analysis, the hottest niches on Amazon right now. Module 2 is all about picking your profit-making products. Amazon's most profitable opportunities in private labeling, the 7 foolproof qualities of a killer Amazon opportunity, top-level categories and what to look for, the most lucrative Amazon business, finding gold, the top 100 bestseller list analysis. We do a very in-depth look at that. Selecting your first profit-making product. Module 3 is all about how to choose a supplier and how to get the absolute lowest cost but highest quality to make the most amount of money. Finding high-margin suppliers. Why not to make an inventory investment? How to save 30 to 50% on your inventory. Inexpensive, red-hot product design and packaging. Letting Amazon do all of the work. Your automated fulfillment system. Teach you how to do that from all the way from beginning to start until it's completely automated. So Module 4 is all about creating a killer product page. 4 key components of a bestseller Amazon product page. How to create top-notch product titles, the secret keyword traffic trick nobody knows about, 3 tricks of the highest converting product descriptions, quick and easy setup of your Amazon product listing, and Module 5 is where we really kick things into high gear. Here's where we take your results through the roof. This is all about the listing launch formula. Understanding the formula and how to use it. Launching a product to the top of the charts on Amazon in one day. The social proof boost trick, the listing boost method, 7 powerful buyer traffic strategies just for Amazon products. Module 6 builds on Module 5, product promotion secrets, social commerce secrets, product review piggybacking, free money from the Amazon sponsored ads program, the traffic robot software for Amazon product sales, and the secret tricks to getting your Amazon product loads of buyers from Google. Module 7, all about review magnets and scaling. Remember I told you how important reviews are? This is how to automate everything. Understanding review magnets, the big trick to maintaining a 100% seller rating, when and how to scale your Amazon business, maximum profit inventory management, building reviews on autopilot. Module 8, all about revenue diversification and brand building. Jason and I are all about helping you build this business fast, so it's extremely lucrative very fast, but also making sure it's something that builds you real wealth for the long term. So the first thing we cover is how to create real wealth with your product, how to build a brand presence, how to leverage your Amazon customer list assets, how to boost your income by going beyond Amazon, and international expansion. The web class will cover much, much more than what I was just able to outline. So the second component of the Amazing Selling Machine Builder's Kit is the Software Tool Suite. The Software Tool Suite contains 7 profit-getting tools, which do all of the following. Increase Amazon product rankings by 200 to 600%. Track product rankings to help you crush competitors. Automate communication with buyers to boost sales and attract 5-star reviews. Boost your product sales by getting more people to see your product pages. And it also grows your average sale amount per customer. Automatically lists your product listings in Amazon searches from week to week. Sends your customers great post-sale follow-up messages completely automatically to make them happy and repeat buyers. And automatically scales your listing traffic and much more. So we've invested over $175,000 to develop all of these software tools, and we host them and their databases for you. We also have live staff that review all content being published through our tools to ensure the highest level of quality and integrity. You will have a complete unlimited access to all of these software tools for a full 2 years. We have moderators that we pay to go through these tools and make sure that it's only high quality stuff being done. So there are hard costs that we're incurring this entire time, but you get a complete 2 years unlimited access. After those 2 years, we may have to charge you a tiny maintenance fee, but that's literally it. 2 years, nothing. You get complete unrestricted access. And these are the tools that we use every single day in our own Amazon businesses, which means that they really work. So the third component of the amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit is the lifetime membership in the private and exclusive community. We're really building the most powerful community of entrepreneurs building this specific type of business with Amazon. So here are a few benefits of a lifetime community membership. You're never alone in this business. You get any help and support you need. You get encouragement and inspiration from other members, valuable networking with others building this business. Deal making is an extremely important and arguably the most important thing. Sharing inventory, doing joint projects, sharing suppliers, talking about product opportunities, keeping up with new tips, tricks, and strategies. So something that's extremely cool that I just love that we built into this membership are these badges. What this is that whenever you do certain things, take specific action steps inside of the membership in your own Amazon business, our whole goal is not just to give you information, but to really help you build this business and to walk you through exactly how to build it. So we're going to be awarding people with these badges while you're taking action for things such as getting your first sale, being ranked number 1 in a category, being ranked number 1 for a keyword. And then once you start ramping up your business, the $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, all the way up to our top badge, which is $250,000 a month. The reason these are so important is because whenever you're in the membership and you're posting on the private forum and that sort of thing, interacting with other people, people will know how successful you are, and that'll just catapult your business. So the fourth component of the amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit is a 3-day live hands-on workshop in Austin, Texas at the end of May of 2013. This is for members only. Why this event could be life-changing for you. You receive specific training tailored to your unique situation. This is a workshop, not a typical conference. You get to meet, collaborate, and partner with other successful Amazon entrepreneurs, potentially worth millions of dollars in deals. You get live walkthroughs of special Amazon product traffic tricks. You get to hear from experienced product brand building experts to help with building your multi-million-dollar product brand. Something that's really cool is that specific on-the-spot action steps to grow your business are built into this live workshop. Jason and my goal is to make this event the most lucrative, most valuable 3 days in your business life. That's our commitment. So the 3-day hands-on workshop will take place in late May. The exact dates and locations will be revealed to members, but only for members because it's a members-only event. If you're unable to attend, you may live in another country, you may have something you have to do, don't worry. We'll be providing you with live streaming of the event, meaning that you can sit at home, watch your computer, and you can actually see the event going on and learn from it. And we'll be providing video recordings of the event only for members, not some we're ever going to sell. It's literally just for members, for you to watch in your own convenience. But, we really hope you can make it because this is your opportunity to meet Jason and I in person, meet some of the other members you would have been interacting with a whole lot over the next 8 weeks. So it's a great opportunity. But either way, we've got you covered. So at the workshop event, we'll be having a special award ceremony to award those that have taken action and are getting results from the web class training. Quick side note, we were originally thinking about selling this workshop as a $10,000 standalone event, but decided to include it with the Builders Kit. So quick summary of the amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit. Access to the 8-week training web class, software tool suite with 7 unique proprietary tools, lifetime membership in the private and exclusive community, ticket to the 3-day hands-on workshop event. Total value of all this being extremely conservative, well over $40,000. The question is, who should get this Builders Kit? Anyone that's truly serious about building a long-term, life-changing, lucrative online business. Anyone that no longer wants to mess with short-term hustles like trying to set up sites for Google, writing blogs, creating ebooks, affiliate marketing, other models that seem to only last for a few months. So why Jason and I, got into this business of selling real products on Amazon. Probably just like you, we tried every possible online business model we could find, and they all left us very frustrated. It wasn't until we stumbled upon selling on Amazon that we realized we needed to completely stop messing with all those other concepts. We had shut down those other businesses, even some that were making a little bit of money, because we believe in this business so much and want to prove it to you. So one last thing to point out. You have seen the stats and reports of what Jason and I are each doing with our businesses. And while those numbers may seem impressive, this is worth pointing out. Those results are from selling only a handful of products. Did you know, I mentioned this, maybe you didn't catch it, Amazon has 30,000 product categories and millions of products listed on their site. Hopefully you're starting to see why we're so excited about this business. So what does the Builder's Kit cost? The cost of the amazing Selling Machine Builder's Kit is just 4 equal installments of $9.97 a month. If you want a huge discount, saving about $500, if you pay up front, your entire kit is just $34.97 with no additional payment. So a fair warning, due to the limited space at the workshop event and other real constraints of how many people we can support, spots for this kit are very limited. There's a limit to the number of members we can personally work with, so when all the spots are gone, we will not be taking any additional members, and this offer will no longer be available. The absolute last day the Amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit will be available is March 18th at 11:59. But we'll likely run out of spots available long before that absolute last cutoff date. We may even run out of spots during this exact live webinar from Mark. So the entire program is backed for a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. Believe me, by the end of the 30 days, you will know if this business, if this opportunity is right for you. Jason and I are committed to absolutely blowing it out of the park for you from A to Z, whether that comes to training, customer support, networking. We are going to blow it out of the park for you. But there's absolutely zero risk, because in the next 30 days, if you ever think it's not right for you or you're not getting what you want out of it, no questions asked, just send our support an email and you'll get a 100% refund. It's that easy. So before I tell you exactly how to secure your limited spot in this private and exclusive membership, I have a secret to share with you that nobody knows about right now. When you secure your limited spot in this membership, getting everything that's already in the Amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit, you're also getting your own copy of the $2,000 training course by our friend and internet marketing legend, John Reese, on how to build a team of overseas staff to do everything for you and your business. This famous system goes beyond the typical hire people on Elance and Odesk form of outsourcing and actually builds you a real team of people that run your business for you. John Reese is such a believer in the Amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit that he decided to throw this $2,000 program in for all members. This is actually a special bonus that new members find out about 5 hours after they join us. But here's the reason you'll be glad you joined us on the live webinar today. When you sign up during this live webinar only, now pay close attention because this is literally a live webinar only bonus. When you sign up now, we'll automatically know who signed up using Mark's link, which you can see below. I'm going to give you a spot in the small, lucky group of people that work with me personally in using the outsource force system to each build our own team of high caliber but inexpensive staff that will do all of the work in building and maintaining, managing, and growing an Amazon product selling empire for us. And we'll run the entire business, leaving you to do whatever you want while your business grows and grows beyond belief. Now, I've been doing outsourcing for 4 years. That's how I've run my business. But this takes it to a whole nother level. I'm going to be going through the outsource force training myself, and you and I are going to be working hand in hand, sharing lessons, knowing really how to build this and manage this Amazon business. So you can do whatever you want. You get to focus on the fun aspect, whether that's finding products you want to sell, doing design stuff, if you like that kind of thing, or just marketing, or doing whatever you want, while everything else gets handled. Now remember, I'm doing about $350,000 a month on Amazon right now. So I know what needs to be done to run and build a successful Amazon business. But now you and I are going to be working hand in hand to have other people do everything for us. It's something not available anywhere else, literally a live webinar only bonus to be part of this small group. So it's mind-blowing. If you really think about this, absolutely mind-blowing to think of where you will be financially in your business and with your freedom of time and location. Because not only are you taking part in this amazing selling machine, arguably the biggest and best opportunity I've seen and a lot of other people have seen online in the past 10 years, not only are you getting that, but you're also learning how to not have to do all the work yourself. So join me in this journey right now by visiting Affiliarama.com/ASM bonuses. This special bonus offer is only available during this live webinar. So when you get inside, you'll also immediately get access to some pre-class materials that you need to go through before we start the web class. So what happens if you wait? We're only taking a select number of people with us on this journey. Once the spots are sold out and the registration period is over, that's really it. There will be 0 additional people allowed. We'll be spending the next 8 weeks in the live web class and at the live members-only event, helping only our members, getting them insane results that they'll brag about for the rest of their lives, because they jumped on the biggest opportunity online in a decade, securing early mover advantage on the world's largest and growing online retailer. By signing up right now during this live webinar, you secure your spot. But by waiting, you'll miss your spot in the private elite community that's going to create success stories you'll really be hearing about for years. Visit the URL below and join us right now to claim your spot in the private membership and never look back. So just quick recap, we're going to open this up for Q&A, or let Mark take over. So quick recap of the amazing Selling Machine Builders Kit. First off, you get the 8-week web class. And second off, you get the private lifetime membership. Third, you get the 7 profit-making tools that cost us about $175,000 to build because we use these things every day in our own businesses. And fourth, you get the 3-day live members-only workshop event in May 2013, valued at $10,000 alone. And plus, the webinar-only bonus, you get the Outsource Force Mastermind to help build a team of people to do all of this stuff for you. So go ahead, claim your spot right now at Affiliarama.com/ASM bonuses.
Cool, that's awesome. And you'll notice if you visit the ASM bonuses page that you're actually on top of all the awesome bonuses that you're getting from Matt and Jason. I've actually included 4 huge bonuses. All of them are products that I sell every day. Well, 3 of them are products I sell every day, and one of them is an iPad, as I'll mention in a moment. But they're very, very relevant to this business model. One is a 2-year membership to Sale Who, which is a place where you will find trusted and reliable wholesale sources and suppliers, and you get to interact with these wholesale sources and suppliers. So it's even better than doing a Google search for wholesale sources, because these have been vetted and tested, and you get to talk with a community of people who have used these wholesale sources and suppliers. So that's a really high value, relevant bonus. If you ever wish to sell any of your products on your own store but you don't know how to set it up, well, you're going to get a 2-year membership to Sale Who stores, which means within the space of about 3 to 5 minutes you could actually literally be putting together your website where you, in addition to making sales through Amazon, you're actually selling through your own website as well. And then you get 3 years access to Affiliarama Premium, which where you get your hands on my closely guarded strategies and all the software tools that I use to get a competitive edge over other marketers. And on top of that, I've just added a crazy bonus. It's only available until for anyone that joins before the launch closes, which it's about to close. It closes midnight Monday, so it's just about to close. It's an Apple iPad. So and I added the iPad just to make sure that this is the best bonus package on offer, hands down, for Amazon Selling Machine. Okay, so even without my bonuses, it's even with no bonuses, it was well worth joining. But I just added those just to make it an even better product for you. And I just felt like when it comes to sourcing and suppliers, like the Sale Who bonus, I think it's going to be incredibly useful for you guys. and all the rest. I think it's going to be very, very helpful. What excites me about this product is that there's a lot of hand-holding involved. I've talked to Jason, Jason more so than Matt, the last few days just about that, and he was telling me all about like how the customer support works, and the fact that it's a live web class and not just something that sells ongoing means that they're able to just focus in their support 100% over the next 8 weeks on you guys. So, and he said like his goal is that he gets 100% success rate from people in this product. Now, there's an advantage of having a class being live. And obviously you can access the recordings if you can't make it live, but the advantage of it being live is that they're able to just focus for 8 weeks. They don't have to think all year round that they're supporting this. Not that they're not supporting it all year round. The support carries on like the rest of the year, don't get me wrong, but right during those 8 weeks they know where everybody is at, because everyone should be at the same stage from week 1 to week 2 all the way to the end of the 8 weeks. So that's going to make the support levels that much better, and obviously there's the private community as well, which is awesome. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, whether you have questions about the opportunity or whether just you have questions about stuff that got taught during the webinar. Just fire them away, and these guys are here to answer them.
Mark, first of all, you hit the nail right on the head. I mean, the way we've got this course designed is, hang on, I got to make sure my mic is nice and close, and this is why we're closing the door Monday with the full intent, and we are not liars, and we're telling you this straight up. It's not like 2 days later there's going to be like, oh, we decided to open it for a couple days. No. The doors are closing. We don't know when they'll open again. Honestly, it will guaranteed not be within a 2-month period. Chances are it'll be more like a 6-month period until we think about opening the doors again. But the whole reason is, and Matt, I have to actually give him more credit than me on this. He was so adamant about this. And this is how it is when we close the doors, our commitment for the next 8 weeks is totally on getting you guys through the course. That means each week when the module is unlocked, all of our attention, all of our support, everything is focused on you guys. And then once that module is in place, that means no one's jumping ahead. There are people at all different levels. We're just focused on helping you. Me and Matt are constantly in the forums. We're constantly talking with people. We have, we're dedicated to you guys. And a lot of people ask, why are you doing this? Well, we actually have a selfish desire to create a huge network of Amazon millionaires that we can network with. Me and Matt already have a good network group, and we have gained so much knowledge, so much advantage in our business from it. And that's the reason why Matt has been able to triple his business in the last year, is because the circle of influence we have. And already in our membership area where people are speaking up, we're seeing huge responses from people with already concepts and ideas that we never even thought of. It's such an amazing system, and we're dedicated to working with you. And Mark's absolutely right when I said our goal is 100% success. Whether we achieve it or not, I don't know, but that's our goal. And if we set our sights any lower than that, then we're going to be, doing nobody justice. So that's all I can tell you, is that we are totally dedicated to this. And believe me, that we will do almost anything to help you guys through it, because we know reciprocity is huge, and when you guys become successful, it'll turn back on us. So I just wanted to stress that. I don't know if you have anything else, Matt, to add, because I've got a whole bunch of questions I copied and pasted into a notepad document here we're going to want to answer.
Yeah, no, just 2 seconds. Just want to clarify that. One thing is that, you've seen people do this kind of thing before. They're like, oh, the last date is this date. And like 2 days later, oh, we accidentally opened it up again. That's not what we're doing at all. Like literally Monday, midnight, thing is closed, that's it. Mainly exactly for the reason Mark and Jason are talking about, is that like we want everyone to be on the same page. We want all our focus to be on our existing members, not on bringing new people in, on our existing members, the people that sign up right now, the people that sign up before the end of Monday. We want to focus on them and making them as successful as possible. I'm personally clearing my plate off for the next 8 weeks to focus on making you successful. So that's what we're doing here, and that's what this is all about.
Mark, now I have a whole list of questions here that I was copying down while people were going. Do you want me to just go through them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right. Besides the cost of the builder's kit, how much capital do you need to start actually funding business expenses and overhead? Matt, why don't you take that one?
Yeah, sure. So one thing a lot of people sometimes bring up is that like the account that I recommend for Amazon Seller Central is the professional account, which costs $39.99 a month. That's literally it. You even get the first month free. They have a free trial. But past that, it's $40 a month. Not a big thing. I mean, the numbers on Amazon are absolutely crazy. $40 a month is going to be like an afterthought by the time you have to pay the second month. First month is completely free. And aside from that, a lot of people always wonder, like, oh, are there hidden costs? Are there hidden things that you have to do? The only thing that you have to do, because you're selling physical products, is buy a little bit of inventory. But we do not recommend making any sort of big inventory investment or anything like that. That's not what we teach. We recommend starting very, very small. We were looking at a product the other day, actually, and like you could buy as little as 10 units at about $9 each. So less than $100, you can be in the game. That's all we're talking about here. The reason that's so important is because we'll do everything we can to teach you how to pick out the absolute best opportunities, the most guaranteed opportunities on Amazon possible, but you always want to limit your risk. So you go start small. Once you sell out of those, you order a little bit more, sell out, order a little bit more, sell out. And a lot of times you're going to run out of inventory, which is perfectly fine when you're ramping up. But then as you go bigger and bigger and bigger, your inventory stabilizes, you start buying bigger quantities, so you start getting better prices, making higher profit margins. But when you're starting out, start small. Jason just started this business about 4 months ago. He's obviously doing massive volume right now. When he started small. He was already extremely successful in his other businesses, but he started small with physical products because it doesn't make sense. There's no reason why you have to risk a whole lot. If a supplier ever tells you, oh, you have to order 1,000 units of these or else I won't sell to you. Say, okay, your competitor says I only have to order 10 and I'll be ordering from them for the rest of my life. That supplier is not only it doesn't matter because you can likely find somebody else. That first supplier is going to change their mind, trust me, because they want your business. So that's really it. I mean, if you have to get a label designed, there's a $30. Likely the supplier will do it for you, but there's literally no other setup cost. I mean, that's it. We've given you everything you need. All the software is included. It's all automated, so you can use it to promote your products. You get pretty much free promotion. I mean, that's really it. That's all there is as far as setup costs.
And one thing to let people know too is the way the course is designed is you work with what you can afford. And we really, like, I'm hitting a 100%. So I have 5 products on Amazon. Every one of them have turned into profitable. Now, some of them are not making the huge, massive income others are, but they're, my lowest producing product right now is making about $200 net a day. There's huge money to be made here, but the idea is you start where you can afford. If you can only afford to start with a couple $100 of inventory to start with, that's what you work with. You don't have to start with this massive inventory, and the idea is you start where you can afford. Amazon pays every 2 weeks. So for example, I was just paid out yesterday. Amazon at 12 noon all of a sudden switches it off. So your week before, all of a sudden your balance goes to 0 and they send a payment. As up to 11:59 a.m. yesterday morning, I still had orders that were processing, and I got paid up to that moment. So any order that went through and was cleared up until that moment, I am now getting paid for on Friday, meaning Amazon paid me yesterday, but it takes a couple days to be deposited into my bank account. So the cool thing with that is you constantly have a positive cash flow because Amazon's always paying you back. And this is the truth. I'm like, the cool thing with this is as my business grows, well, obviously you need to buy more inventory, but you only do it as you can afford it. You get the money from Amazon, you keep some profit, and you put a little bit more into inventory. We're at a point now where we're finally using like cool credit cards with points on it. And in May, my wife and I are taking my wife's parents and our kids to France for a week, all paid for by our points on our card. So I mean, it's just, you gotta love that, and that's all points because of inventory and how my business grew on Amazon. So it's great because you can start where you can afford and then you just grow from there. How can you have a 50% profit margin when people shop on Amazon for the cheapest prices?
I would like to take that one, but if you want to take it, Jason.
No, I'm giving that one to you, buddy.
All right, sounds good. See, I love this question because, like I said, I mean, I've learned I mean, I've been on Amazon for about 3 years. I've done extremely well for a while. But things really skyrocketed this past year, mainly because of the people I got around, the learning, the testing, all that kind of stuff that you get access to. The coolest thing is, like, one of the coolest things that you've really discovered, it sort of took a little while. It's kind of something I had in my mind, was kind of like halfway implementing. The best way to make the biggest money on Amazon is be a premium product. Meaning that if everyone else sells, for example, for $19 or something like that, you want to come in at $25, potentially $30, because Amazon, remember, unlike Google, if you're doing any sort of like advertising or SEO or whatever, they could care less how much money you're actually making. Amazon, they make money when you make money, and especially because it's a percentage of what you make. So, for example, if you're selling a $30 product, they take 15%. That's a higher dollar amount per sale that they make than if you're selling the same exact product for $20. So they like products that are priced premium, but they still have to convert better, which is what a good chunk of all this training is about. I recommend being a premium priced product. And the profit margins, Jason and I sell completely different products. I sell two completely different lines. Products I sell, normally profit margin is between 200 to 500%. You could go a lot higher, but that's, kind of the range right now. I don't recommend trying to scrape by making a couple bucks per unit. That's no fun. That's no way to run a business. And you don't have to, because you apply what we teach you about selling products on Amazon. You're a premium product because you apply better marketing. You have a lot more fun running your business in the process and make a lot more money.
And it's funny just to talk about the profits thing. Actually, that was a little bit of a dare Matt had for me a couple months ago. I almost doubled I raised it so it was about a 70% increase in price. My sales never dipped at all. So that was pure profit that added. And it's exactly right. For some reason, we have this mentality that we have to be the cheapest one on there. No, you don't. It's all about branding, marketing, and how you present your offer. And the reality is I have products that are charging 3 times as much as the exact same product with a different label, and I'm selling the heck out of it. I'm beating them as for the volume and obviously the profit. It comes down to how you present your offer and the value you add. And I just want to add this too. One of the things we talk about the 7 profit-making tools. One of those tools is actually and we weren't going to go into this too much because it could take too long, but when we start talking about the tools, one of the most powerful things that we have in our tool set is it's basically like an email management system, because the way Amazon works is they provide you all of your customers' contact information, and they provide you an email, but it's an encrypted email. And what this means is they provide you an email address that goes directly to the person, but it goes through the Amazon system. And so you cannot use that email for non-Amazon things. It's not like you can start, sending them offers and things like that through that. However, what you can do is you can communicate with them and offer them higher value. So this is one of the things that we have in the system that no one else has. And here's why. Since my product took off, I've had to hire a full-time person to manage the messaging communication system, because what happens is when they buy my product, one of the reasons why I'm able to offer a premium is because we provide extra value. So using the spatula, for example, one of the examples Matt gave for the silicone spatula is, okay, so this person can buy this $9 spatula from company B, or this $15 spatula from company A and B. With the one that I would sell, what I would do is I would put together a series of 2 or 3 emails that talk about how you can get the most out of that spatula. So one of them might be, okay, your spatula, thanks for ordering. Here are 3 of the best tips we can give you for ensuring you get the longest life out of this spatula. The 4th one might be some things to avoid when using a spatula, like don't put it in the dishwasher, some other tips like that. Now, I don't sell spatulas, so I can't come up with on the tip of my tongue different ideas about how to maintain them. But the whole idea here is how I'm doing it now. Well, sorry, not anymore, but how I was having to do it is I had to have a person working 44 hours a week. Every time an order came in, they had to send them email series 1. And they had to do it all manually. So then a week later, they would send them the 2nd email. A week later after that, they send them the 3rd email. And basically what's happening is every customer would end up getting a series of 4 emails. That's a lot of work when you're getting 400 to 500 sales a day. With this system, It's all taken automatically for you. Nobody else has a system like this built for Amazon. And what it does is it basically guarantees you get higher reviews on your product because you're offering value above and beyond what they're getting. And it just comes down to basic marketing principles. And so that's just one of the tools that we have, but those are the kind of things that you get to take advantage of with our course, because we're figuring everything out, how to get the most money. This is why we're able to offer it at a higher premium on Amazon, because people are leaving reviews saying, wow, and think about it this way: they might not even have liked the product, but the tips you gave them made them feel so happy that they all of a sudden leave you positive feedback. So it's just common marketing, but I guess I just wanted to throw that in there because I think it's such an important note. Okay, so this is another question for you, Matt. Do you have to be an Amazon affiliate, or can this be done in any state that you live in? So this is a common question, but go for it.
Yeah, the whole Amazon affiliate restriction thing for different U.S. states does not apply to this. When you're selling physical products through Amazon Seller Central, it doesn't apply. Amazon automatically takes care of all sales tax, all those kind of issues. It doesn't matter what state you're in the U.S., you can sell physical products using Amazon Seller Central. There's no restriction. Anywhere in the world, we can help you get set up to sell. We cover that fully in Module 1. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, you will be set up selling. But yeah, affiliate issue does not apply.
Okay, people are asking, I see a lot of questions here. What if I can't get in by that date? I'm sorry. Like if by Monday at midnight, like midnight on Monday, I'm sorry, doors are closed. Can't stress that enough. It's that's what we've stuck our guns to. Okay, so here's another question. Do you need to worry about trademarks when you're putting your private label on a product? Do you need to eventually trademark after you've been selling your product?
You want to go for that, Jason, since you just
Sure.
recently got done, or in the middle of
Absolutely. Basically, the whole idea here is you don't have to do pretty much anything at first. You do as little as possible and wait for the product to prove itself. Now, I fully believe that once you go through the market research that we teach and you've identified a product, you know that the product's a seller. I mean, I'm an example of 100% success, but I can't guarantee that everyone will be that way. But you pick a product that you find again, it looks profitable, it's already selling, you get your own brand of it, meaning that you private label it. And the cool thing with that is you can never have competition on your own brand, meaning it's not like someone else can come in and start selling the same brand as you. They can't. It's your brand. You own it. But what you do is you create your brand at first and you start selling. Once you see it starts taking off and you have more money to invest, that's when you can go through and start doing those other things. Like even creating a corporation and things like that, you don't have to do any of that right away. Be frugal at first. Do as little as possible. And then once you have something that's starting to take off and make money and you have extra income to be able to reinvest, that's when you start doing that. Like I said, I've been selling, well, it's been 5 months now. I had 100,000 net month last month. I'm on track for more than that this month. I just put in my trademark last week. So you don't have to worry about those kind of things. Now, what you can do, however, is when you have your brand, you can put a little TM beside it, because that just means that you have a trademark registration pending. Once the trademark goes through, you get to change it to the little R with a circle on it. But all those kind of things, like that, a lot of people, I think, get stuck in their tracks because they're worried about all those little extra things. Don't worry about it. Get started, get moving, and we cover all this stuff in the training too. But once you start to get some momentum, that's when you take those resources that you're building up, that capital, and you can start using that to solidify your business in a better way. I hope that makes sense how I said that.
that's it. Yeah, I was going to jump in there real quick because it's all hitting on a great point, and what we've built into the training program is things like, I'm sure Jason knows, obviously, I've figured these things out, Mark knows, is that when you're trying to get into a business like this, don't worry about any of that stuff. Just get in the game. That's the first step. I'm sure Mark's probably taught you all this before. Just get in the game. Do whatever it takes, bare minimum, so you can get in the game. That's why we've implemented these badges in the membership, so to award you and to sort of encourage you to do this stuff faster, so you earn those badges and so you get to display them and you get to network and all these kind of different things. You just want to get in the game at first. Then you can start worrying about all those things. Because, for example, like the trademark thing, yeah, I may sell some products that aren't protected, but like one of my brands, I mean, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, I've never worried about a trademark thing. It's something that I'll probably get to and probably should and that kind of thing, but that thinking about that kind of stuff is going to hold you back from the really big opportunities. So it's really just a matter of getting a product, getting a supplier, doing promotion, and then start thinking about all those other things. It's kind of the 80-20 rule here.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you need liability insurance and all those kind of things? Do you want to take that one, Matt?
That kind of falls in the same line, but huge caveat, obviously. That is a legal issue. We cannot provide legal advice. It's also going to heavily depend on the type of product you're selling. Obviously, if you're selling something that people put inside of their body, on the outside of the body, et cetera, different liability issues. We're not lawyers, can't really provide advice on that. Personally, I have not made that a big focus of my time in the past, and Jason, I'm pretty sure he can speak for himself, but has not either.
Whatever. I'm just joking.
I don't want to go that far, but something to consider. But obviously, whole thing is the 80-20 rule, but you do want to make yourself covered, and it's good for thinking about that.
I mean, the reality is, and this is like Amazon is actually pretty strict when it comes to certain things, and like they have certain criteria. Like for example, if you're creating anything that has anything to do with food, whether it's like the spatula, for example, I know for a fact with the spatula this would be true because it's in that category. You would need it to be FDA certified, meaning like it's not FDA approved so much, but it's built to FDA standards. You would have to do those kind of things. You'd have to do your own due diligence. Make sure, if you're getting something that the person can consume, that they would provide you with a documented proof of what's in the stuff. I mean, you got to do your own due diligence to be able to protect yourself for those kind of things. But one thing to remember too, that is Amazon is the actual seller of the product too, and you work through them. But as long as you're doing your due diligence, Amazon isn't going to let you sell something that's going to hurt anybody, and people know this, so you're pretty well protected. But this is also one of the reasons, one of the things you'd want to do is as your business starts to grow and you get more income, you would want to create a corporation or something that you can use that would protect you personally from any issues that might arise. And again, I have no concerns about issues arising, and I'm not a lawyer to give legal advice, but those are kind of just common sense business things that once you start getting a good income coming in, you do want ways to protect you. But if that's a concern of yours, definitely you would want to talk to a lawyer, because we can't give you, real advice on that. Okay, so the next one here is, when you live in Europe, can you also get a bank transfer from Amazon, or do they send checks? I'll take that one here, because we have basically, if you live in Europe, there's a couple things here. There's certain countries that you can start selling on Amazon.com with no problem. Like if you live in the UK and have a bank account in the UK, you can instantly get set up. If you live in other countries such as Australia, New Zealand, there's other steps that you have to take, but we have you covered on those. So it's super easy. There's just other services that you have to use. But what happens is you just connect up, and it connects up as if a U.S. bank account, and then works that way. So it doesn't matter where you live. Now, I do have to give an exception here. For example, countries like, if you're a permanent resident, or you live in countries like Cuba, you can't do it because you can't work with Amazon.com. But there's maybe 12 countries in the whole world that don't qualify. Other than that, if you live in New Zealand, Japan, Australia, any of those, you're perfectly fine to be able to start working. In fact, you'd want to start working.
I've got a question. I remember at the start of the webinar you mentioned about giving away the Amazon gift cards. Do you think now's a good time, or is that for later?
Now is as good time as any. So how this is going to work is I'm just going to ask you to answer this question, and we're going to randomly pick out, or if Jason or Mark wants to see something that really stand out or something really cool somebody said, we'll pick some of those out, or we can just randomly pick them either way. 6 people to all win some Amazon gift cards. So the question is, just start typing into the question box, just something that you learned from this webinar, something that you're looking forward to, something that you like about this opportunity. Maybe even better, if you want to get some extra points here, something even better is some sort of action step you're going to do. Maybe there's a product, you're sitting in your office or at your home, and you're like, wow, there's that stapler, or, who knows, any sort of product you see sitting around, you're like, I wonder if I could have my own brand of that. And, it'd be cool to have. It'd be sitting on your desk. It'd be your own product instead of somebody else's. So maybe you want to go research that online. Any sort of action step you're going to take because of this information, remember, information is pretty much useless unless you actually take some action. So that would be cool, or just something positive, something you've liked about this so far, something you've learned. Start pumping those into the question box, and we will pick 6 people out. I can't see the Q&A box, so I'm going to need some help from Jason and Mark.
And give us a little bit of patience because we're going to get a lot, and so there might be some quiet time for a second. But,
I'll let Jason make the choice.
Sure.
I'll dump it on you. Yeah. How much are these gift vouchers anyway?
What's that?
How much are these gift vouchers? Like, what's the value of the gift vouchers that they're winning?
Oh, the gift cards are going to be $20 each, and they'll be instantly delivered after the webinar. Obviously we have to manually do it; it's not automatic, but they'll be delivered after the webinar via email. So you obviously don't have to get anything mailed or anything like that, but they'll be sent directly to your email.
Okay, great.
Okay, here's the first question from Glenn, or not question, but statement. It says from Glenn Hine, didn't know about the private label, have already started to check out bestsellers on Amazon. That might be the best for private labels. Thanks for info. Yeah, private label is 100% the way we recommend to go. While wholesaling just directly, like wholesaling, usually wholesalers, a lot of them will private label, but what I mean is if you're trying to compete on a product that somebody else is already selling, you're not helping yourself as much as you can by taking a few extra steps and seeing if they will private label, and getting that private label. You're building your own product, your own brand that then you can just expand outside of Amazon either. And I know Matt and I have the same goals, is that Amazon is kind of like a launching pad for becoming a huge popular brand. And once you get to a certain number of products that are selling well, and I'm constantly getting, this is another cool thing, I'm constantly getting emails on my websites from people saying, hey, I want to wholesale your product. How much will you charge? The sad thing is I can't do that yet because I'm still having a hard time keeping up with inventory on Amazon, because the more inventory, as promotions keep kicking in, everything keeps going higher and higher. I'm still having a hard time. I'm just keeping my inventory level pretty much full right now. So it's getting to a point is once you're at that point, and that's a good problem to have because it's just pure profit I'm making. But the reality is sometimes suppliers just cannot give you as much as you need for when it starts to expand and explode so much. So you have to wait, and then you have to get to a point where you can order hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of product because you can afford to at that time. So it's a really good problem to have, of course. But that's just the reality of it. It's like private labeling is amazing. It's definitely the way to go.
Cool. So yeah, and just a reminder, the doors are about to close shortly on this, and the reason why is because it's a live class and there's no exceptions, no late students being allowed in or anything like that. It closes very shortly, in fact midnight Monday, so that's just about to close. And don't forget, if you do get in, the links on the page there means that you get some amazing bonuses from me as well, including for those of you that are on this webinar, an Apple iPad as well. And I added the Apple iPad just to make sure that I had the best bonuses package available, hands down. So you're in the best place if you are going to join. Then this is the place to go to join. Is through fillerama.com/ASM bonuses. Okay, so do you have more people to select for these gift cards?
Jeff Wazilowiski, I'm sorry if I butchered that, buddy, but Jeff Wazilowiski, I believe it is. And Matt, I'll let you respond to this one, but I learned that besides monitoring inventory, Amazon does most of the work.
Yes, that is the best part about all this, is that I got started off selling physical products online, running my own e-commerce store. I could tell you all kinds of stories, but for example, I remember at one point when things were really blowing up on Amazon, at the time I was doing everything, in an office. Like I had an office, I had 4 employees, and then my wife was she's my fiance then, was having to come over after work and basically help us package up orders. USPS, the shipping company in the U.S., did not know what to do with us. We had packages laying all over the office, and it was just like a huge mess. Shipping supplies coming in and out, and it was crazy trying to do all that stuff, and it was a complete mess. But then being able to use Amazon to do just about everything, including pretty much like, you don't even need an online store. So they're basically running your online store. Once you know how to use it right, they're your source of traffic. They do your fulfillment. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And you get to focus on what you're best at, the marketing aspects, which is what we teach you to be extremely good at, which you're probably already very good at. You get to focus on the marketing aspects, on the product brand building aspects, and on expanding that brand. I mean, this sort of opportunity just flat out did not exist before. Because Amazon, when you're using FBA, they pretty much do all your customer service. So before, when you would have to spend time, money, resources, overhead, hiring and managing customer service staff, that same exact time, money, resources can now be spent on better marketing your products or just going in your pocket either way. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, Amazon being able to do everything is what makes this business opportunity so insane.
And something, I forgot to mention, and I'm not trying to be pushy here or anything, but I want people to remember this is a webinar-only bonus, the outsource force one. So, and what I'm talking about with that, I'm not talking about the outsource force program. I'm talking about the mastermind group that Matt is putting together, which by itself is a huge value because you're going to be going through the process with him. So I don't want people to miss that, because once this webinar we hang up, that's gone. So and I'm sure Mark's going to probably try to email us and beg us to let people in, but I mean, it's a webinar only bonus, and we don't want people to miss out on that. So I needed to remind you.
Okay,
I like this one a lot. Nice, short, sweet.
Okay, you go.
Brand building is what I am trained in and never thought about Amazon. And yeah, go ahead, you can take that one too, but I mean, that's what it's all about in my opinion.
Yeah, I couldn't hear. It was a little bit muffled. What did you say he's trained in?
Brand building.
Oh, brand building. Perfect. You said he's trained in brand building. Then you will really be able to get some value out of this. Being able to apply that to Amazon, using everything you know is going to we cover a lot of that in Module 8, but you having already had experience on that, I mean, you're going to do very, very well.
I've learned, this is from Tania. It's my fault. I'm illiterate. I apologize. Tania Nyamhuno. I'm sorry. She says, I have learned a lot. Thanks, guys. All I have learned is find buyers, find suppliers, link them up using Amazon structure, and pocket the profit. And that's a simple, sweet way to say it. It's true. You find the products that are selling, you find the suppliers to give you those products, and then and it really comes down, and I know Mark, I mean, I've known Mark for a long time. We became friends back, I think 2007. And I mean, he's been one of my inspirations when it comes to affiliate marketing because of how he structures things and how he always adds value. And when you're trying to promote things, when you're trying to promote a product, you got to figure out how to make it better than the competition. What is your unique selling position? How can you present a better offer? And those are the things we teach you. And that's what 99% of Amazon people are not doing. They have this mentality that just throw it up on there and I'll make money. And I love that 99% of them think that, because that allows us to come in and find those products that are selling, and knowing that it's from marketers that don't know what they're doing, so that we can come in and beat them. And really, that's what it's coming down to. And people are afraid, oh, what about products that Amazon itself is selling? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the product is being sold from, if it's a big name brand or what. Amazon really, the way their system works, makes it an open platform, a very flat level platform that everyone can work with. And when you know how to market, which I can't stress enough, when you actually know a little bit of marketing, which we teach you, but if you already have experience in doing it, it is such a fun business to get into, because the profitability is absolutely huge. And the first couple of weeks it kind of starts taking off and growing, and then all of a sudden it just explodes. And I mean, you'll be so thankful that you got involved in it. It's such a fun business opportunity to get into. How many have we given?
I noticed there's actually been several people have actually.
One more.
Can you guys hear me?
I mean, Matt, you're going to say something?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, just to make what Jason's saying real to you, I mean, if Amazon, they'll go out there and they'll sell some products that they see that are selling well, but which is actually a good thing if you're one of those people, because Amazon will start doing all the work for you, and they basically start buying your product. This has happened. It does happen. It's an awesome situation. But either way, applying basic marketing principles to this business allows you to make the hundreds of thousands of dollars a month that very few people are making, not because opportunities aren't there, but because people don't know what they're doing. Like, for example, just to give you an example, because sometimes it helps sort of visualize what I'm talking about, or what Jason was just talking about, is that, like, say, for example, you take any workout gadget on Amazon, and they sell tons and tons of them. There's lots of good opportunities there. Take any workout gadget, whether it's one of those big balls, whether it's a jump rope, whether it's a kettlebell, whether it's a yoga block, whatever. Take any things like that. You can find suppliers that have generic ones of those that you can put your own logo on, that you can put in unique packaging all day long. Think about if you're a consumer, you're looking through those listings. One of them's just the actual gadget. Say it's a yoga mat. One of them's just the yoga mat. And your product listing, because you're a smart marketer and went a step further, yours is a yoga mat with a video series. Your video series is literally a business card thrown inside of your package, which the supplier can do no problem, and it has some online videos. Basic marketing thing, people do it all the time online. Nobody does it in physical products. Nobody does it on Amazon, and that's how to absolutely clean up and be a premium price provider. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that we'll go into in depth in the Amazing Selling Machine, but that's just, hopefully that example sort of opens your eyes up a little bit.
Also, just to let you guys know, like how valuable this outsource force mastermind is. It is a very limited number of people that are in there, so you're getting a real extra hands-on coaching from Jason and Matt. Just to give you an idea, I'll just read out, there's just a handful of names of people that have actually joined during the course of this webinar that are going to be on that. There may be a few more by the time the webinar closes, but we've got Dennis, William, Deepak, Jean-Pierre, Dan, Stephen, VJ Arinagan, a couple of guys called David, Emmy. I think I've met you, Emmy, in person. I know that name. That looks familiar. I think I've met you at one of the affiliate summits, and a few other people. So you're going to get to know each other rather well, and you're going to get to know Matt and Jason rather well because you've joined during this webinar to claim that bonus. So congratulations, guys.
And also, we just had Bahari sign up just now as you were saying that. So welcome, Bahari. Can't wait to meet you guys.
And there's a couple other names
we're going to be
as
talking
well.
to in the forum.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we are almost out of time. We're actually at the 2-hour mark where we said we'd be finishing, but we got a couple more. I got one more gift certificate to give away, and hang on one sec. I just had it and then I moved my mouse. I'm sorry. There's so many questions in here. It is from.
Do you get many people that wind up doing a little bit of SEO as well, like end up ranking their Amazon listings in Google as well as ranking for Amazon, or is that not really something?
Can I speak on that, Matt? Yeah, that is. I said, can I speak on that? That is why. That is one of the things that I succeed so well at with Amazon. And that's one of the things we get. One of the things that you guys get with the tool set is every tool I own, every tool I've ever created, we've worked and improved and actually put that into the membership. So you're getting access to the SEO tools that I have because Amazon ranks really nicely. You still need to do some linking, but you absolutely can crush it if you know a little bit of link building and marketing. And with the tools we provide, it makes it no-brainer. But yeah, if you already know SEO skills, Google loves Amazon pages. And like here's just a little thing to note. For example, when you go to any Amazon page, a product, you'll notice that they have reviews. If you click on the reviews link, it opens up an SEO optimized page for your product name plus reviews. You get that rank. So just think about anything. Like one affiliate marketing 101 is to create, to buy domains called, product name reviews. Well, you have a well-optimized page full of reviews that will rank exceptionally well on Amazon, which is awesome because you do some SEO to that and you're killing it. You've had multiple rankings all over the place for Amazon. Amazon then starts, the better you start ranking, it internally links to you, builds you up even more, and there's like this perpetual traffic system that happens when you start using SEO and using press releases and all those kind of things. Press releases, by the way, work like gangbusters for Amazon, because press releases, a lot of people are like, oh, they don't really work anymore. Bull crap. They work exceptionally well, and especially if you can start promoting physical products that you can put like discount codes in. So for example, you send out a press release that says, for the next 3 days, use this disc code to save 25% off this product here. I mean, that's a news story, and it works exceptionally well. All those kind of things. And what happens is the more sales you get, the higher you start to rank internally on Amazon on a lot of pages like best-selling, hot new products, all those kind of things, which then sends even more traffic to your listing, which sends more internal traffic, or linking, which then boosts your ranking in Google and the search engines even more, which then help more. So it's just like this perpetual engine of traffic that just keeps generating, and Amazon loves it, because the more traffic and sales you're getting, the better you're going to rank. And the cool thing is that Amazon pages convert like crazy. And a lot of people, you know, I've mentioned this before, and I've been called a liar for this before, but I have pages converting at 22 to 23%. Amazon is a buyer's marketplace. People do not go to Amazon for searching for information. They're in a buyer's mindset. And when you have a page converting at that, now I'm not going to lie and say all my pages convert like that. I have some products that convert under 10%. Still, that's really good when you think about it. So the more traffic you can send to it, the more money you're going to be making. But those pages are designed for conversion. And think about it this way. If you look at Google and you're typing in a product and an Amazon listing comes up, you know that if you're clicking on that link, there's going to be a product to buy there. This isn't information, this is a product to buy. So if you're going to click that link, you're already in the buyer's mindset. So those are the things to remember, that Amazon is nothing like Google from the perspective of quality of traffic. It is pure buyer traffic, which makes it such an amazing marketplace to tap into, because the traffic internally to Amazon by itself is so incredibly huge. So then when you turn on to the fact that Google loves it, Yahoo loves it, all these other places love it, that if you can get those pages ranking as well too, you have all this killer traffic coming to you that you can tap into. So answer is yes. It's short and simple. Okay, we have one more to do. And I'm going to find it. I'm so excited about the idea of stepping up in Amazon to be part of the fulfillment program. Thanks for the great program offering. So, Renee Kaffer, I just wanted to throw that out to you. Thanks so much. It's always nice to hear people being excited, and we promise not to let you down. We're going to work our butts off to make sure that 100% success rate is 100% success rate happens. And we hope to see you in the community, because we'll do everything we can to make it work for you. So I don't know if that's 6. We're after 2 o'clock. Is there 2 hours?
No,
is there any?
That's great. That's great. No, you've been well over 2 hours, and only booked you for about an hour and a quarter actually. So you've gone well over time. So I just want to say thank you for teaching all this stuff. I mean, you gave away so much on this webinar that I bet a lot of people are going to just go ahead and do it anyway, with or without the class. Obviously, the class is going to make it even better, because you're going to have that hand holding. You're going to get the software to speed things along even faster, and you're going to get you're going to get to meet other members either virtually or at the workshop. So you can, like, I know from every niche that I'm in that I do well, masterminding makes such a big difference. You wind up learning from each other, and as a result of the knowledge sharing, you wind up dominating a marketplace. So I can see how this would speed things along so much more, but you gave away so much value in the free training at the start of the webinar. I think that was awesome. So big thank you to both of you guys for being on this webinar.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for having us.
And just to remind everyone, this offer, it expires it's almost about to expire. Midnight Monday, it's just about to expire. So if you do want to get your spot, then make sure you get it before then. And that's it. Fillerama.com/ASM bonuses. Remember, if you happen to be in in Australia or New Zealand, then midnight Monday, that's US time, so that might be early in the day Tuesday if you get in by then. But pretty much midnight Monday is when it expires. So thanks very much again for being here. Thanks to everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, everybody.